Hey, this is Jonathan Mickles with JonathanMickles.com, and I have, let me introduce you. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Steve Harper. I'm the branch manager at First Home Mortgage in Greenbelt, Maryland. And we're here to talk about the TriplePlay program that Prince George's County's come out to help first-time home buyers own homes.
Absolutely. But before we begin, I first of all want to talk about my friends here at Mama Stella's. As some of you know, I used to do the happy hours here last year sometime. And let me fix my collar here. Feel free to come by and visit Brian, who's the owner and the proprietor here at Mama Stella's. I think you'd enjoy the food. You actually had a Christmas party here.
I did. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really good. So there's a TriplePlay program. So there are 3 parts to this program.
Right. So the TriplePlay program is set up within Prince George's County to help first-time home buyers or people that have not owned a home in the last 3 years to own a home.
Okay.
And it's broken down into 3 categories. One, there's down payment assistance money available.
Okay.
So if the new buyer buys within a certain zip code, the county will give them a grant of $10,000.
How many zip codes are there?
There are 13 zip codes in Prince George's County. So
Okay.
Fort Washington, Upper Marlboro, Temple Hills, Oxon Hill, Hyattsville, Riverdale.
Capitol Heights.
Capitol Heights is one.
Yeah.
So if they buy within a certain zip code within Prince George's County, the county will give them what's called a grant of $10,000, and that money does not have to be paid back. So it's almost like free money.
Wow.
And they can use that $10,000 to go toward down payment or to pay their closing costs.
Wow.
So in addition to that $10,000, the county has also set aside another $10,000 for any zip code within Prince George's County.
Okay.
And so
that's like almost $20,000.
So if they buy within a certain zip code, they can take advantage of the grant, and they can take advantage of the other $10,000 for all of Prince George's County. Now that second $10,000 is a 0 interest rate loan that there's no payment on it, and it doesn't have to be paid back until the house is sold. So
if you decide never to move ever again, you don't have to pay that $10,000 back.
Right.
But if you do sell, then that just comes out in the proceeds. It's not something that you have to come out of your pocket with, right?
That is correct.
Okay, cool.
So that $20,000 is the first leg of the TriplePlay program to help people own homes with very little money out of their pocket.
That's excellent. So the second part?
Second part is the county is offering a below-market interest rate. Their interest rate's about 0.25% lower than what the current market is.
Now, you don't set the rate, do you?
I don't. No, the county does.
Okay.
So the county published rate yesterday was 3.375, and that's a 30-year fixed-rate loan.
Okay.
And so
we don't have this adjustable rate thing going up and down. And,
no, it's a fixed-rate loan.
It's a solid rate. Okay,
yep.
30-year fixed. Okay.
So we have a below-market rate, up to $20,000 in homebuyer assistance.
And the third part?
Third part is that they also get a $2,000 tax credit off their income taxes.
Wow.
So they can use that to reduce their taxable income and maybe get more of a tax refund.
Yeah, so then in addition to buying a home, when we talk about, as realtors, all the tax breaks that you get from buying a home, you now have the possibility of taking another $2,000 off of your income tax as a result of buying a home this year. So this seems to be the year to buy. What do they
rates are low, you got money to work with, so this is the program in Prince George's County. If you're a first-time buyer or someone that hasn't owned in the last 3 years, this is the program you're going to want to use.
Excellent, excellent. And so what do they need to do?
So there's some guidelines.
Okay.
So the guidelines are, and I'll just be brief on these. One, you can't make more than a certain amount of money.
Okay.
So for a family of 1 or 2...
It's like $2,000? Just joking.
It's $128,000 that you can't make more than.
For a family of 1 or 2?
Right. And
okay.
that's all families, all people living in the house. There's a distinction between the two. Not the people just going on the loan, but it's all people living in the house. And then for a family of 3 or more, it's $149,000.
Wow. Okay.
So this allows, I think that's pretty liberal guidelines, and so most people probably fall under that. So that's not really a holdup. Second, they need to have, through First Home Mortgage, is a 660 credit score.
Okay.
So one thing that I do is I help people raise their credit scores. I have some tools and so forth that can help to do that.
So then if they are like at a 605, 620, there may be some things that you do. And if a husband and wife has, one party has a 660 and the other one has a 620, that really is a 620.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. So I have some things that I can do up front. So part of the process is to get pre-approved for the loan.
Okay.
So when you or another agent would refer the people to me, I'll go ahead and find out what we're dealing with up front,
Okay.
pull up their credit up front.
Okay.
If that works, great. If not, I can give them a path to own a home by maybe getting added as an authorized user or paying down some credit cards. And again, I can know up front what needs to be done so people can know what they need to do to own a home.
Excellent, excellent. So what are the other guidelines there?
Other guidelines, so they can't make more than a certain amount of money, they need to have a certain credit score, they can't have a lot of assets left over after closing. So
Okay.
the guideline is they can't have more than 20% in the bank left over after settlement.
So if they're buying a $200,000 loan, they can't have more than $40,000.
Correct. So the idea behind that is if you're working with a lot of money, the county says you really don't need our money to own a home.
Got
So
it.
they have that guideline too. So those are the main guidelines. There's some ratios that we use as well. So as a rule, we like to see that the new buyer's house payment is no more than about 33% of their gross pay per month.
Got it.
And we like to see that their house payment and their bills, their monthly bills per month, revolving debt and installment debt, is the minimum payments on those are no more than about 43% of their gross pay.
So then just, kind of like rule of thumb, back of the math, if you know what you make gross per month, divide that by 3, and that's like the max mortgage payment that they'd like to see. And then the other stuff, Steve can figure out.
So what we do is, the best thing to do is to know where you stand, get pre-approved up front,
Yeah.
call me up front, and I can work with you. There's no charge to get pre-approved up front. We don't charge for rescoring people's credit.
Oh, excellent.
So it's, I'm here to help in any way I can.
Something else that you told me, and I'll just mention this as the last one because we're at about 6 minutes in this video, and I want to be done very soon, that the money is not really set aside until they actually have a contract on a home.
That is correct. So there's $10 million set aside for this program.
Okay.
And you're not allowed to reserve your $20,000 until you're actually under contract. So we're thinking the money will probably run out maybe April or something like that.
I mean, that's not set in stone, but just you've been doing this for 30 years.
Right.
So if he says around about April, then guaranteed, I mean, not guaranteed, it is likely that the money will run out by then. So
Yep, unless they extend it or something that I'm not aware of.
Exactly.
So this is the time to buy. Rates are really low. You're going to get most of the money needed to own a home. Sellers are going to like your offers because they don't have to pay closing costs. You're getting a $2,000 tax credit. So really, this is the time to try to buy and get off the fence and try to find a house to own.
Thank you very much, Steve. So that, for you all, what that means is give me a call. I'm going to give you my cell phone number directly so that you can begin the process. Again, you need to probably act fast because you never know, this stuff may... there's a lot of people who are looking at this. You actually were at a meeting earlier this morning.
Right.
And you were talking to maybe 20 additional real estate agents.
Yeah,
and
everybody was just floored. They're like, wow, we need to jump on this.
Exactly.
Our customers.
So then give me a call directly. My direct cell phone number is 301-485-6523. 301-485-6523. Jonathan Mickles with JonathanMickles.com. Feel free. Thank you again, Steve, for coming out and interviewing with us. If you have any other questions, let us know. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you.